Hey YouTube, welcome back. So in this video, it's going to be the follow-up to the no contact one, part 2. So in this part, we're just going to go into what else no contact extends into if you choose to practice that too with the toxic people or the narcissist in your life, be they friend, partner or family member. Right, so we touched on yesterday in the earlier video to this that no contact, it doesn't have to be announced. You certainly don't announce it to the toxic individual. You have them blocked everywhere, you keep them blocked. It may, depending on your own personal choice, extend to the narcissist or toxic person's direct circle. It may extend to their outer circle. What else did we touch on? And then we touched on about it being the best decision for you. You've now decided that you don't want to allow yourself to be abused by a toxic individual. So when we go no contact, what that also means is, that means you can't talk about the narcissist on any social media platform that they know about. All right. If you have an anonymous one and you want to talk about it, or you're a survivor and you go on Twitter and you post about your experiences, you're part of that survivor community, that's all fine and cool. But if it's, say, like your normal Facebook, and you especially are aware that there's mutual friends, you can't be talking about absolutely nothing to do with the narcissist or toxic person. You can't be posting things where, I mean, you really have to be careful that you're going to be posting things that the narcissist may think is about them, or in a roundabout way is directed at them. Okay, so like if you're posting quotes, say, and the moral of the quote is something like finally moving on, say, or never look back, always look forward. Removing toxic people from your life, there's plenty of those kind of quotes. Anything like that, the narcissist is going to pick up and receive fuel from it, because it's obvious that in some other universe, you are still, even though you've cut them off, you're still allowing them access to you. You're still talking about them, thinking about them. They're going to be able to glean that information from the things that you post and talk about. So if it's on a social media account that the narcissist is aware of, you absolutely cannot be posting on there unless it's absolutely blocked, locked down. They're blocked. It's completely locked down. There's no way they can find out what you're talking about, or if you're talking about them, because they will look, and systematically every so often they will come back and try again. So even if it's locked for 3 months, 4 months, and you're thinking, right, they're bound to have forgot about me by now. So you unlock everything and start posting, talking freely, even referencing them. They have gone nowhere. Right? Narcissists are renowned for stalking either future targets or victims online through social media, or past targets and victims online through social media, making new accounts, adding you, following you, or just not following you at all. But they'll you know, when you can log out of everything and say, for things like Twitter, you can still view Twitter without actually having an account. So they'll do things like that. They're incredibly cunning. It's not, you know, I said in the last video, it's not about intelligence. It's about your cunningness, okay, and your devious, being able to think and dream up different devious ways to affect people or find out things, right? So You can't be talking you can't be talking about the narcissist or toxic person on social media. And it also extends to your thought process. So what I mean by that is, part of going no contact is the decision, obviously, for yourself. You want better. You deserve better. You might not quite believe that you deserve better, but you know that you do. You're not going to put up with any more abuse, humiliation, guilt trips, walking on eggshells, wondering what's next, when you're next going to make them angry, vengeful, psychotic, whichever. So it also extends to your mindset, right? So part of no contact is when you find yourself thinking about the narcissist or pining for them, which you will do, even if you hate them at the time of splitting up, give it a few days when everything like calms to a lull and the trauma bonds will kick in. You will go through a cold turkey process of, breaking away from the addictive psychological connection that you shared. So it extends to your thought processes. So when you catch yourself thinking about the narcissist or the toxic individual, wondering about them, ruminating about them, I mean, the ruminating that happens when you go no contact, you can even be looking after your own children and you just can't concentrate on a thing. The ruminating is hard to get out of, which is why your mind has to be disciplined, or you have to maybe inspire your own self-discipline, okay? So when you catch yourself thinking about them, you have to pull that thought back around to yourself. So maybe you're thinking, oh, I bet they're over me by now, right? No. What am I going to do with myself this morning? Oh, I bet they're seeing someone else. I bet they're happy. I bet they're whatever. No. What am I going to do for lunch? What am I going to do with the rest of the day? What have I got to look forward to? What are my plans? What am I going to do tonight, Friday night, Saturday night? I wonder what my friend's doing. Practice some self-care. Journal. Whatever. Get it out of your head. When your mind wanders, right, which it will, back to the narcissist, you need to bring it back around to being back about you, okay? Each and every time, as soon as you catch yourself, and it's hard as hell in the first few weeks, first few months, first couple of months, it's hard as hell. You can't stop because you've been conditioned that whole time to constantly be thinking of them. They have groomed and conditioned you and introduced you into a mindset of always being concerned with, is the narcissist happy with me? Do they hate me? Do they love me? Do they want to be with someone else? Are they cheating? Do they really care? Are they going to show up? Why did they not show up? Right? All of that amounts to this. Now, when you've left them, you can't do nothing else but think of them. And if that doesn't teach us any other lesson than when we're starting relationships, to never, and I repeat, never make the other person your entire focal point or world. You do need hobbies. You do need other interests. You do need time to yourself. Just trust me. Trust me. Right, so no contact extends to posting things that, especially if you're conscious that you're posting something and you know that there's a good chance that they're going to see it, even a slim chance that they're going to see it, you're not going no contact. You're still playing psychological, abusive games with the narcissist. You can't be doing any of that. None of it, okay? You shouldn't know what they're wearing, who they're with, what they're up to, nothing. You shouldn't know anything about them if you know contact. It doesn't matter if I know it's hurtful, but they'll be telling lies, stories, their new partner, you'll be the crazy ex. Even if they're turning up at your house, creating havoc and having you flip out and losing your shit, you'll still be the crazy ex to their new partner, okay? Another red flag sign of what you're possibly dealing with. Everybody in their past is crazy according to them, except them, right? So it extends to your thought process. You've really got to pay attention. You've really got to stay on top of it. But if you want toxic, narcissistic people out of your life, then no contact is for you. If you have decided you are not going to allow yourself to be abused, because it is abuse, make no mistake, guilt tripping somebody, having them walking on eggshells, humiliating, passive aggression, belittling, mimicking, mocking, putting you down, all that is psychological abuse, okay? And we're not even touching the verbal yet. It's psychological abuse, all of it. So if that's what you've been going through with somebody in your life, maybe no contact. Maybe it's time for no contact. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave me a like, maybe leave me a comment and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.